Hello, good day. My name is Prince Yemi Kasali. I quickly want to take you through my 2022 vision. Our vision is for every of our team members to make at least 50,000 US dollars next year. That's our vision and that's our mission for 2022. So, as you can see, we are to make 50,000 US dollars in 2022. This is going to happen through teamwork. If you have good money to put into your trade, well, we wish you the best. Earning 30% monthly, but this is how we want to do it. We want to help people make the money. We want to make sure people make this money trading. So the more people we help making money trading, the more money we get. And this is going to be above 25 million naira in 2022. Wow. A lot of people will see it like, it's impossible. It's impossible. You only need to get to V5. If you can get to V5, this is more than possible. If you can get to V5 with an active team, you will be earning times two of this. Times two of this is what you'll be earning if you can get to V5 with an active team. So, how do we do this? Number one, it's your mindset. Your mindset to see the possibility of earning this money, it's the number one thing, is the priority. Then the number two thing is to understand that it is also possible to get to V5. You know, a lot of people like, no, I don't like referring. Nobody likes referring. Nobody likes telling people about uh, uh telling people about things that will benefit them. We always want to keep things to ourselves. We are selfish minded. But because I have to make money, so I have to help others making money. So we are talking about 25 million naira here. If it had been a job and your job is to get 1 million naira or 2 million naira salary every month, 2 million naira salary every month, and they told you this is what you'll be doing, telling people about our complaint is what you'll be doing, and you must be able to tell a certain number of people before the year runs to an end. Otherwise, this salary will stop. Would you allow 2 million naira salary to stop? I guess no. You would do everything possible. But just because this is telling you to do it without a kind of advance payment, so you're saying it like, oh, I cannot do it. How many of us are doing marketing for insurance? How many of us are doing marketing for banks? You know, people do a lot of hard things. Even people do marketing, you know, street markets. When I mean street market, I mean people putting on some vest, dancing, you know, around the street for a very, very token. Maybe at the long run, you finish those things, you're given maybe 2,000 naira for the whole day. God, and you have something that can earn you 25 million naira in a year. People had earned a million naira in less than a year. People had earned above 400,000 US dollars. That is above 200 million naira in just in this year. So why can't you also do it? So to get this, number one is you have to focus on the team building, not the money. The reason why we are skeptical is because we are thinking of the money. You know, you tell somebody and it's not registering instantly, you start like worried, like, oh, it's not working because you're focusing on the money. If you tell somebody about a business and he's not joining, and you know you are only trying to help that person, will you take it personal? No. You're only taking it personal because you're looking at the money. So let's stop looking at the money. Let's look at the team building. Because if you do the team building, the money will come. It's as simple as that. The money is what we need, but stop looking at the money. Look at the team building. If you look at the team building, the money will come. So that's the way it is. So stop doing it for the money, do it for the team. Do it for helping. Help people grow. Help people understand crypto. Help them make money on crypto trading. Help them make money by telling others how crypto works. Then you will make the money. So give yourself a target. What is our target? V5. V5 is our target. If we can make V5, 50,000 US dollars will be an history. Do you get it? Have the target. V5 should be our target. And if you can make V5, 5,000 US dollars will be an history because you earn more than that as a V5. Whether you like it or not, the money will just keep flowing. So that's our target, and our target is, at the worst scenario, we must be able to make that before the end of 2022. So that's our target. And do you know what it takes? Okay, let's split it. The first thing is to focus on V4. Then we move to V5. When it comes to V4, you need 8 people directly. So make sure you have registered 8 people. Then out of those 8, you need 3 V3. Wow. So you need 3 people that would move to V3 to become V4. So after you've done this, you have 8, choose 3 out of those 3 at a time. Work with the least active out of the 3, because the most active might get to V3 by himself, probably. But work with the least of the 3. That means the least active of the 3. Work with that person. That means let's see how to arrange people you're bringing in under that person, and so as to make that person a V3. Then in case that person is V3 already, choose the next out of the first 2, the next person. So before you know it, you'll be on V4 and you will be happy about that. So you'll be on V4 and you'll be happy about that. Okay. Let me use my ink. So you'll be on V4 and you'll be very happy about that. With V4 alone, I'm sure on V4, if you have an active team, you would have earned 25,000 USDT. That is 25,000 US dollars in crypto. So you would have earned this as a V4. So it's just for you to move to the next rank to become V5. So work with those 3 to become V4, then you'll be V5. And this money that we are talking about, 50,000 US dollars, will be an history because you can earn far beyond 100,000 US dollars. That means you can earn beyond 50 million Naira on V5. But let's focus on 50,000 US dollars. That is above 25 million Naira. I'm using 500 as the calculation, and right now we have the calculation is 570, but at least on the regular it is 560. So that's that. Then what do? We need a system. We need a system that works. That means, how do you plan it? You need a system that works. You need an active system. That's what we need. We need an active system. So what's our system? Create a WhatsApp group. Okay, for your prospecting, make sure you have a WhatsApp group. Then invite prospect to the WhatsApp group. That is where we get it wrong. A lot of people will just invite, 1 or 2 people, and they will spend 1 month, 2 months prospecting, telling these same people the same thing, and they expect good results. Yes, a lot of people might take a month, 2 months to be on your WhatsApp group before they activate, but you cannot stay with the few of the first week. That means you have prospected some people. Maybe you send a broadcast to your WhatsApp numbers, and you have 30 people. You have 30 people, and you keep prospecting these 30 people for the rest of the business. That is not how to do business. You need to work it out. You need to do something. You need to create a system that would be giving you prospect of not less than 10 people daily. 10 people daily. Aha, so 10 people daily. And before you can get 10 people daily, that means you have to prospect about 100 people daily. So prospecting 100 people daily will give you about 10 people daily. So, as I was saying, you need to prospect 10, you need to make 10 people join your WhatsApp group daily. When I say 10, I mean at an average. Sometimes you see 20, sometimes you see 15, sometimes you see 5, sometimes you see 7. But make sure you prospect 100 people daily. That means invite 100 people daily to this WhatsApp group. And that is where the fear comes in. How do I get 100 to talk to every day? Well, you don't need to disturb yourself much. There is a system I'll be introducing to you after. There's this mini software that I'll be introducing to you after this. So, the next thing after that, if you can do this, so out of this 10, you should be expecting, as it goes, the first 1 month, you might just be getting maybe three, sign up or four sign up. You know, 10 people, we are talking about 10 people daily. In a month, you'll be having 100 people. That means in a month, I mean, you'll be having about 300 people in your group at this rate of 10 people daily. At this rate, you'll be having at this rate you'll be having 10 times 30, 10 times 30, and that will give you 300. So that means you might probably be having two WhatsApp group every month. So the first month you might just be having three signups or four or five signups. It's okay. I mean, direct sign up. You see, this business is not your business alone. You have to carry along your team members. You have to show them what you do every now and then. You have to let them see what you do, motivate them. You understand? So that you can have those active legs. But I'm talking about personal now. So you have 3 to 5. You have 3 to 5 registration the first month. Don't be worried. These 300 are watching. So when they are watching and you're giving them what it takes every now and then to believe in you and the business, then before you know it, at least an average of 1 to 3 registrations per day. Let's say an average of 1 to 2 registrations per day. So when you see this, then wow, you are in it. You're wonderful. Sometimes you might not be seeing any registration per day, so don't bother. And why sometimes you'll be seeing about 4 in a day, 5 in a day, and why some days you might be seeing zero. But I'm talking about an average of 1 to 2 registrations per day. That means an average of 30 to 60 registrations every month. So, what are we talking about? The team will be happy because you're building a structure, you're putting people under people, and you're showing them exactly what you're doing. So, they will be very, very happy. But let me tell you something, despite bringing them in the group, if you don't do this next thing very well, you might not be getting it. It is called follow up. Follow up means always be with them, always show them, always follow them up, always let them see the opportunity. So that's it. And my definition for follow up goes, my category for follow up goes in this form. Number one, I'll see this as follow up because you've brought them to the WhatsApp group. You have to prospect them. You have to show them the business. That's part of follow up. Like, You are in my WhatsApp group now. So can you see the business? The first thing is to share a recorded Zoom meeting or your video. That means your prospecting video. Your prospecting video. That means the business video, the biz video, um, to them on the WhatsApp group, or share them the link to a recorded Zoom meeting. Recorded Zoom. So on the WhatsApp group. So that's the first thing, so that they can understand the business. But away from that, also try as much as possible to always invite them and check if they are coming. You might be personal messages, it might be group messages. Sometimes, you do it often on the group, but sometimes you want to private chat them to to let them understand that there is a Zoom meeting coming up and let them join. And if there is also an offline meeting, try and invite them to see if that is their location and invite them. So invite them to Zoom meeting and make sure they at least check the Zoom meeting twice so as to understand the business. And you also need to understand the business when they start asking questions, or you add your team leader. That means somebody in your team, maybe your upline or your upline's upline, your upline to your group for questions and answering period. When you don't know it, they should know it. What, as in your team leader should know it. Then one other way of making it is to always share testimonies in the group. Always look for testimonies. Sometimes I laugh when I share testimony and some people will like look at me like I'm already a member. Yes, if you're already a member, what do you need? You need to copy that testimony to share to your own group. You need to modify it to your taste, and you don't just copy testimonies. You copy testimonies and edit them to your language, a language that will touch them, a language that is easy, not grammars, just something that they need. And always make sure that you convert it to Naira. Whatever earnings, try and convert it to Naira by multiplying by 560. So let them understand the figure in Naira, because most people do not understand. When you tell someone, oh, you will earn $1,000, that person might just be looking at it like, oh, normal Naira, so 1,000 Naira. But until you let that person understand that that is 500K in Naira, then his eyes would open like, wow, this much, this huge. So that's the way it works. So daily testimony. Anything you lay your hands on, turn it to testimony. If somebody talks about the trade, oh, I'm earning something big in this trade. Oh, I'm happy for this trade. Snapshot that, please. Cut it. Make sure the number of that person is not showing, so that you are not leading someone to another person. So when you do that, put it in your group like, oh, one of my teammates is talking good, is saying good about the business. The people are happy, my team are happy. It might not be your team, but the truth is you are only doing follow-up because people are really happy. This is not lying. This is just opening their eyes to the goodies of the business. Then another thing is calling. You try and call the people in your group, maybe weekly, twice a month, or monthly at most. Call them to really know if they had attended the Zoom meeting, if they understand the business, you understand, if they have questions, and you just want to be a friend. So people don't usually call. So when you make these calls, you make it like, wow, so this person can call me, is even calling me. You make it one on one. You make that person saying someone he can or she can put his mind at rest with when it comes to business. Sometimes you send the fear away of, oh, these internet people. So that's that. Then we talk about the tool to do prospecting, the tool to make 100, uh, to prospect 100 people daily and get an average of 10 people into your group daily. So let's talk about that now.